Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Siddharth Dhar. Siddharth Dhar is the global head of IMS at Hexaware. He is responsible for managing and growing Hexaware's infrastructure business, including digital workspace, hybrid cloud, DevOps, ops automation, and cybersecurity resiliency services. Sid has spent a large part of his career, 18 years, at HCL and was involved in incubating various business lines like e-secure and remote infrastructure management. He was part of HCL's North America leadership team, managing the Midwest and West Coast business units before joining Hexaware. Sid holds a bachelor's degree in petrochemical engineering from Pune University and currently serves on the Missouri State University's Customer Experience Advisory Board. Well, good afternoon, Sid. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian.
You're very welcome. This is exciting. Again, another great day, another great podcast, meeting another great guest. So thank you again, Sid. And we really want to just jump right into these questions so we can get your story out to our audience. And Sid, you've got quite the career in technology as a senior executive, and now you're the global head digital IT operations for Hexaware. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
I started off very fortuitously in IT. I am actually a chemical engineer by, my degree was in chemical engineering. But at that time in India, we needed more people in IT than we did in chemical engineering, I suppose. So I was recruited by the company that I worked for at that time from campus into IT. My first job was actually selling VSATs, which were really the only reliable communication link in India at that time, right? Landlines and fiber wasn't quite laid in India at that time. So satellite was the only reliable links that businesses could use to run their ERP systems. And that's how I started off in IT. From there, it kind of, the passion kept building. I loved what I was doing. I got into IT security early. I saw the early days of the dot-com bust, which was a big downer even for us back then. And then I really ended up, at a very, again, a fortuitous place, right? I ended up at a place where, outsourcing and global sourcing was becoming very prevalent. And companies like the one that I worked for were really becoming pioneers in that, a mode of delivery and execution. And quite frankly, I rode that wave for the last, I would say 14, 15 years, and then another inflection point comes in, like IT is so cyclical, right? Something or the other is always changing. And in comes the cloud, wave. And, that makes me think about, basically hopping onto that bandwagon. And that's what I've been doing, a bit of cloud and a bit of digitization over the past 5 years in my role at Hexaware. So IT is exciting, Brian. I mean, it's something that is never still, right? There's always a better way and somebody discovers it and we then industrialize it. That's our life.
Absolutely. And like you, we traversed very similar careers in the tech space. And again, there's always something new to learn, whether it's a processy or some other technology, which is always exciting. So thank you again, Sid, for sharing that. And Sid, switching gears a little bit, what was the single biggest business decision you all to make during that first year of the lockdown and the pandemic? And how different is your business strategy today?
I think the early period of the lockdown was kind of, scary and busy at the same time, right? Because a lot of the work that we do for our customers is really delivered, traditionally from very large delivery centers. In many cases across the world, we even provide transportation to our employees to come to those offices. And suddenly in every country, there were these sudden lockdowns, right? So it was scary because we didn't know what that meant for business. But more importantly, we had to turn on a dime and really enable our entire employee base to work effectively 24/7, essentially from their homes, right? So to be able to do that, almost without impacting our customers' day-to-day operations, that was a Herculean task, and that kept us busy, even while we kept thinking about, hey, what does this really mean for the business? And as it turned out, actually, it was great for business, because I think that really kickstarted a lot of organizations' journey towards rapid digitization, which is something that we excel at. So it was scary, it was hard work, and now it's exciting. We've enabled a lot of our customers during that time. We went to them and talked to them about seamless digital experiences, right? Converting physical experiences into seamless digital experiences for their end customers. And quite frankly, we helped a lot of our customers set up those digital, touch points with their customers, almost overnight in many cases. So it was, as I said, it was a good ride, right? It was scary, it was a lot of hard work, and it ended up being exciting as well.
Absolutely. There's a lot to say about that time, just the unknown, right? And truly, digital transformation, I think that word got worn out. And just about the time the pandemic came around, I think the people that could truly help people move into that digital space, and they were good at it, they did well. Others, I think, went by the wayside because it was really sink or swim during the pandemic, right? So thank you for sharing. Sid, let's talk a little bit about tech. You're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack, right? Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Sure. I think, if I look at my areas of focus at Hexaware, right? But Hexaware has a very robust digitization and digital strategy teams that develop and deploy those strategies. My focus actually comes in enablement, right? Because what my teams focus on is how can we allow the digital experiences that our customers are trying to deliver to their customers, how can we allow those to be delivered in a rapid time, right? Because ultimately, when you are developing business features, you're actually developing code in reality for those business features, right? So as organizations move from their traditional waterfall-based methodologies into more agile-based software development methodology, how do we allow that to traverse the pipeline in a rapid manner, in an efficient manner, and then deliver that code and those features that those code delivers back to their customers quickly? And how do we also then measure how good was that delivery of code in terms of efficiency, in terms of security, as well as in terms of the business value that originally was envisaged for that release, right? How do we measure that through this entire process? So my focus has been really that digital backbone enablement that allows the developers, that allows the business analysts to focus on ensuring that the feature and functionality that they are dreaming of for their customer engagement that gets delivered in an efficient manner.
Thank you for sharing it. I appreciate your insights, Sid, being in the tech space and as a technology leader. That's very helpful. And Sid, last question, can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those looking to grow their career in technology or leadership?
Sure. I think, the number one thing I'd say is always be ready to learn, right? I think if we don't learn something new in technology almost on a daily basis, then we risk becoming obsolete very fast. I think the rate of obsolescence in technology is rapid, right? I think every year something new comes up that we have to quickly understand, assimilate, and then perform in our daily lives. If we don't, chances are that somebody else will, and chances are that somebody else will take a leap forward, right? That's been the constant in my life, right? I mean, almost every day, unlearning, relearning, and then assimilating and deploying that in my day-to-day life. I think if we can do that effectively, I think it's easier said than done. But if we can do that effectively, I think that's what's personally helped me get to where I am.
Thank you, Sid. Appreciate the gems, the nuggets of wisdom, as I like to call them. That's certainly helpful, and certainly will help somebody here in our audience. So thank you again. And Sid, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you so much. I would love to do it again, and thank you for inviting me.
Bye for now.